Today we're working on the Huina 583 loader. So here's what I start with is metal sheeting screw, framing screw, nice and sharp, so I'm able to get those caps pulled off of there to access that screw for get the wheels off the axle. And I'll have to later on be doing it to the back wheels as well, but to start with, we'll get these front wheels off. It took me forever the first time trying to figure out how to access these tires to get everything off, because I could not get that cap off of there. Figured out you have to tear it up to get it off. Anyway, that's the only way I found so far. So I just start with the small hole and use those screws to get it out of there. And it's worked so far. I don't really notice the looks all that much. But once we get these wheels off of here, then we'll get going on the rest of the disassembly on this little monster. Because what happened is I'd replaced the control board and got everything running again. I'd lost my turning ability, and that was in the board itself, would not let the motor turn. So I got that replaced, added in a resistor that they sent with it, that you'll see that big square white block when we get this thing torn apart. That was added in, came with it for that motor. And then I got it up and running, shelved it for a few months, and decided I'd get it out, run it a little bit, and the front drive stopped working. I had the rear drive for a little bit, and then within 5 minutes it stopped working. So I'm tearing it apart to see what's going on. So I've got nothing here. No drive on the front, no drive on the rear. The turn motor is working, but I've just got nothing getting to power my drive axles. So I need to figure out what's going on. So we're going to check some voltages and stuff here. So I tested the voltage on the motor that I knew was working, the turn motor, and we were getting a full 7+ volts going to it, and confirmed it's working good and what voltage makes it run good. So now I've got to check the voltage for my drive wheels and see if I'm getting that 7 volts to my drive wheels. And confirmed, I'm getting +7 volts and -7 volts forward and reverse. So the voltage going down to the motor is good. Now working on this thing, that motor cover for the axle did not want to come off there. So I got all the screws out and trying to figure out why it doesn't want to come out. And this is where we're going to have to pull the wheels off. So again, we use our screw to get in there, access those caps, get those pulled off, get that screw that holds the tire onto the axle, and we'll get those taken off. And then we'll see what's going on here. Aha, that's clever. There's a nice little ring that goes around there that keeps those axles and the body held together. That's pretty clever. So we'll get both sides removed. And now that we got the screws removed, this thing is just going to fall apart. All right, now this whole axle, the motor drive, is a replaceable piece. I'm just digging into it further to identify exactly what is going on with this thing. Make sure it's nothing that's jammed up in there. Make sure that the drive's free. And so we'll find out. It is the motor itself not operating. Everything is free and working as far as the gears go. There's nothing jammed up in there. So now the question is, do we replace it or do we just let it rest in pieces? Maybe I'll let you guys decide.